What is MGTOW? That's what I hear a lot. What is MGTOW? I am not an expert on MGTOW. I'm kind of an MRA. I'm an American. I'm an American. I want freedom in general. That's what I am. And if that means I'm MGTOW because I gotta disengage from the enemy and call them on the fraud so that I can reposition myself and renegotiate my terms, then I guess, if that's what I gotta do, and that's called MGTOW, then that's, for me, that's what MGTOW is. What's MGTOW for you? What are your purposes for MGTOW? It's kind of up to the individual. It's very subjective. Like, why are you going your own way, basically? Because that's the experience, the experiences that you've had that cause you to go your own way. Well, that's kind of what you have to bring. That's what you kind of have to offer to this kind of free market of ideas, where men are empowering other men through knowledge and experience. And some men will take that advice, that knowledge, and that experience, and they'll use it, and they will do better, and other men will not, and they will constantly fall back into the fraud, and they will get caught up, and they'll either learn their lesson or they won't learn their lesson. And that's kind of like what's going on. And common ground, people are trying to find a common ground. Well, I think the obvious thing that we're missing, the obvious thing that we're missing that is the common ground that was laid down for us, is the Bill of Rights in the Constitution, because you can't really think of the Bill of Rights in the Constitution as just some American thing, some outdated American thing. It's not that. The Bill of Rights, when I say the Bill of Rights in the Constitution, what we're trying to do, you're trying to find a commonality that transcends race, gender, and cultural and religious boundaries, are you not? Because, a black guy is going to have these experiences, a white guy is going to have these experiences, a female is going to have these experiences, an Asian person is going to have the other, their experiences. So the solution has to transcend all racial, cultural, and religious, and even gender boundaries. So, believe it or not, the men who gave us this great republic, they already understood that. So they gave us the Bill of Rights, and the Bill of Rights is your right to say what you gotta say, and your right to defend yourself, and your right to have private property, and your right to have privacy, and your right to pursue happiness as long as you're not hurting anybody. And these are the things that will transcend all those boundaries, you see. So, are we really going our own way? I mean, that, that begs the question of, I feel almost like it's everybody else that's going our own way, and they're all going into this gigantic fraud, and we're kicking and screaming, we don't want to go into this fraud. I think what we're really doing, and we don't realize it, is we're trying to hang on to that shred of liberty and freedom in this great gem that we called America, where men were able to have a vision and pursue that vision, and they were able to create and invent, and they were able to do the things that men do, achieve things, and so I feel like we're trying to hang on to that. We're trying to hang on to that last little shred of light in a dark world, and everybody else is going their own way. So one of the things that I guess I wouldn't want to see MGTOW as, because I can't really define MGTOW, is we don't want MGTOW to be a cult. We don't want a cult behavior, and you know, there's a lot of things that are cults. I'm personally a Christian. Christians are a cult. I would say that the police are a cult. How many people do you know that hang around with police? Nobody. Only police hang around with other police. So, I would say we don't want a cult behavior where there's anybody dictating how people should think and what people should do. And what I think the problem that with any individual, whether MGTOW or not, would be, does that individual, are they consistent in their beliefs and their behavior is what's really important. Not, you know, and if somebody's not, that doesn't necessarily reflect on everybody in that considers themselves MGTOW. And, you know, cult behavior is bad, and I'm going to do another video on some individuals in our species and our gender called that someone I listen to pretty frequently, Mark Passio, refers to as order followers. People who just follow orders and kind of pass off their responsibility because they're being told what to do, so to speak, from somebody of a higher rank, so they figure they're not accountable for their actions. And, you know, and that's cult behavior, and that's what we don't want, is cult behavior. I mean, you know, so I don't want this video to get too long, and that's just some of the things that I've been thinking about. And, you know, once again, I appreciate any support, and I just thank everybody, and hope that this video can help somebody, and I'll talk to you later.